Let's make a statue of Knuckles and the Master Emerald together. I know a lot of people hate 3D printing because it feels like every single time you go to an artist alley or farmer's market, they're selling the same stuff and they're overpricing it. And if it's not those dragons, then it's some other file they bought on Etsy for $5, but they're reselling for $50. But the reason I wanted to start learning how to 3D print is because I've always been obsessed with collecting action figures, particularly Sonic action figures. I have a whole collection on my wall. In the past, I'd played around with the idea of making my own action figures with clay, but it was really difficult to get the proportions right and replicate the same figure every time to sell on a larger scale. But that was until I discovered resin printing and also 3D modeling. Now, it was one of those things that I was always fascinated by, but I never really took that initiative or that leap of faith because it's a really big step. That was until something drastic forced me to, the story of ADHD, waiting until you literally have no other option. But that one thing that pushed me over the edge was Trump's tariffs. Let me explain. So I got fired last year in August from my full-time job, and I decided then and there that I would never let another employer disrespect me or waste my time ever again. I have too many creative ideas and ambitions that need to be brought to life. I know what I'm capable of, and it's not sitting around in some office all day making some old lady rich. Also, I'm anti-authoritarian. I hate being told what to do, which is why I decided to pursue my business full time, and I started selling my art, and eventually I would start selling my Sonic purses, and they were a hit, you guys. People love them so much that one of them even made it to the blue carpet for the Sonic movie premiere. I was so shocked, and it felt so nice to finally be in a place where I knew I belonged, to be meeting all these different creative, like-minded people, and everything was going great. That was until, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, those elections fucked up a lot. I'm not gonna talk about the friendships that I cut off and the people I told off because I chose self-love and myself, but what we are gonna talk about is it really was gonna affect my business because of these tariffs. And I said, you know what? I still have time to figure things out. I am in a much more privileged position than other people. I live with my parents and I have funds saved over. So I decided I'm going to transition into 3D printing. I have time to teach myself how to 3D model. I have time to learn this stuff. And yes, I'm still learning. I'm not going to lie, you guys. I'm a little bit unhappy with how the paint job turned out here. Like, I'm not the best with the airbrush. I'm still learning. But if you guys want to join me on my journey, I really think that I'm going to succeed with this. Like, I'm already doing so well. These are the paints and the thinner that I use, so if anyone has any tips, please let me know. But yeah, this is the start of something great, so make sure you guys hit follow if you want to see where it goes.